Sam Sulek. This guy is a complete G, dude. He is one of the most authentic people I have seen in YouTube in a long, long time. Most people are sellouts. Welcome, my friends, to the podcast, The Rift Unscripted, episode 42. Thanks so much for watching, joining, viewing. As always, we're here on a Monday, and we'll also be here on a Friday. Every Monday and Friday, we're coming out with podcast episodes for you, so you can get the daily content of Monday and Friday, which is, I know is not daily, but you know, it's like it works out. So one thing that also I did find is daily was taking shits.
Huh.
Do you take shit on the daily?
Yeah.
I figured it out. It's one a day.
I think it depends.
Well, it does depend on what you eat. But most of the time, I would say 90% of the time it's one a days.
That's what, like, if I'm on schedule eating what I normally eat, maybe once a day.
It's one a day.
But, like, whenever I'm fluctuating back and forth, it could be 3-4 times a day, you know? You don't know.
So the reason why I bring this up, I know it's kind of crude, but the reason I bring this up is because I get on TikTok one time a day.
Is that right?
This is this time. This is the time. This is literally it, dude. I don't know why. And I don't know if this is other people or if it's just me, but I get on TikTok one time a day, and it's only when I'm sitting on the throne. And I don't know why, because I try to reduce TikTok as much as possible because it is a drone to your brain. It feeds you information that you don't really need, you think you need, and it's like it's a roulette, or not roulette, what are they, slot machines. It's a slot machine. You pull, it's like ding, 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 and then it hits nothing. And then you pull again, and then it hits nothing. You pull again, right? And it's the same thing with TikTok. You're like, nope, nothing. Oh, what is this? Oh, that was cool. That was fun. Okay, nothing, right? Same thing. It's a drone. It's literally gambling without the chance of hitting the lottery. You just hit the information lottery or whatever it is, right? So I try to reduce as much as possible. Well, when I'm on the toilet, I don't know why, but I go immediately to that app. That's like, I guess it's like train thing. I don't know what happens. But I was watching it whatever yesterday, the day before, and I saw something on there. You know that, I mean, the algorithm's genius, right? It's all for you. It's like it knows me more than I know me, right? It like gives me this stuff where I'm like, oh wow, like I don't know I liked that stuff, but it does. It knows, and I'm thinking, what if I had this before I even knew what I knew, right? Like, what if when I was a kid, I mean, I guess I'm still, I don't know. Actually, we established I'm not a kid anymore. Yeah. We're adults. We're 23 years old. We're adults. But when I was, let's say, 13 years old, and I didn't know my left and rights, which is a whole nother topic in itself because I know some people still are adults and they don't know left and rights.
You're saying you didn't know your left and rights at 13?
Huh?
Are you saying you didn't know your left and right at 13?
Okay, I mean, I probably did, but a lot of kids don't, right?
I think most kids do. I think the few.
I didn't know what Pythagorean theorem was.
There you go.
Okay, but we don't even really need to know that. That one's kind of stupid anyways.
X, Y.
I don't like Pythagorean theorem anyways. This is stupid. We shouldn't even know that crap right now. Maybe I didn't know where Massachusetts was. How about that?
There you go.
That's something that's probably information that it's probably good to have, right? So I didn't know where Massachusetts was. Well, if I had this device that would swipe and it would tell me what I liked and what I was like was what I needed to know, would it be more in control of my future than I am?
What are you trying to say? I'm so lost. Like, where did the Massachusetts thing go to scrolling?
The Massachusetts because you made me go.
All right, so let's go back to left and right.
Okay.
If it was left and right.
Right. No, I didn't know my left and rights. Right. I'm 13. I didn't know my left and rights, but this device is telling me and giving me all this information, and I don't know what information to believe and what not to believe because I don't even know my left and rights.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Right. You see, so when I get this information and it's like whatever it may be, it influences me in some way. And so I'm a 13-year-old kid and I want to know whatever it is, right? I want to know how to make a bunch of money. Say that's it, right? You're like, yeah, I want to make a bunch of money. Okay. 13 years old, you're swiping. Well, this thing says you can make a bunch of money by being a real estate agent. Then I'm like, oh, I'm going to be a real estate agent. And then you go all down that, right? Or be a doctor, right? Make a bunch of money by being a doctor. Okay, cool. I'm going to be a doctor. So then you go and your whole path and trajectory is on being a doctor because TikTok provided that to you and said it's going to give you your goals and dreams. Yeah. Well, what if it now said, what if someone could curate that to give you information of instead of, like, if say for some reason they don't want people to be doctors. So they give everybody information in like seeing, like where they never see doctors and all they see are lawyers, dentists, physical therapists, right? They see everything except for like an operational doctor.
Yeah, which it's funny because if you look deep enough, that's exactly what they are doing, but it's not that they're, like for us, they don't want us to have any profession. So they're showing us junk. And have you heard like what China, what their TikTok is?
Like astronauts, pilots.
It's not even like, it's like
doctors.
Not even like just like professions, but they'll scroll and be like, oh, here's a cool way to find out the square root of 6-digit numbers, and then like shows a cool trick, and they're like, oh wow, that is cool.
I like the 6-digit.
And keep on going, like that's what they do. Like, and then so like for them, they're like learning that, and it's helping them in whatever profession they're gonna go into. Then us, we're like, oh, that dog just flipped a donut on his head, or like whatever the hell we're watching. And like so, like that's exactly what they're doing. Like
just the opposite for
instead
us.
of them not just wanting us to be a doctor, they just don't want us to be anything.
Or is it them doing it, or is it us? Is it monkey brain going back to monkey brain stuff? Because we have the freedom to choose. America has the freedom to choose. And maybe there's not an almighty power that's directing this, but really it's just our own monkey brain.
I think it's both. I think they saw we have the monkey brain, so they knew they could get away with giving us.
So they continue to feed the monkey bananas.
Yeah, they're like, hey.
I don't know. And I mean, that's where, that's where in China and stuff, maybe it's different. I don't want to touch too much on that because I would like some subscribers on our YouTube channel. But right there, even that, I mean, we talk about censorship a good amount because it does. It censors it. And it's like, dang. Well, and then it provides the question of, are we really being authentic, right? If we're not talking about that, are we being authentic, or are we limiting ourselves to get clicks and views, to get more subscribers? And are they going to subscribe if we're then not giving our full opinion on things?
That's what, I see. Even like when we don't talk about certain things, I don't see it as being inauthentic because it's not like I'm saying something I don't agree with. Like if there is,
that's true.
Like,
I don't know.
Say liking apples is controversial. I liked apples. It's not like I'm getting on here and be like, no, I do not like apples. Even though I just don't say I like apple. I just don't say it. Yeah. So it's still being genuine. You're just not being. Yeah. Outspoken. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Because it is. I mean, I don't know. It is a tough thing, I think, to go down because we want to be authentic and we want to give you our opinion on things and our values and morals and all of that, but also ours don't align with the YouTube head people, and they filter stuff. And one thing can get promoted, and if we say something else, it's going to get demoted, right? And so there is one person that is shining a light on authenticity, which I find it very, and I think a lot of people find it very, I don't know if freeing's the word, but it's nice to see. Refreshing. Yeah, refreshing maybe. I find it refreshing. Nice to see, right? Sam Sulek. Okay? This guy is a complete G, dude. He is one of the most authentic people I have seen in YouTube in a long, long time. Like, I think Lex Little was pretty close to this guy.
But since Lex Little, most people are sellouts, right? And we made a YouTube video about this, of how fitness creators nowadays are going towards the money. They're greedy. They're going towards getting as many clicks and views as possible so they can get money, so they can sell more, and then they get more money, and then what? And then it goes to what? And now you got a bunch of money, and you sold your soul, and then what? Right? The Sam Sulek guy, though, dude, he is just to the core, just a dude.
I'm actually really surprised you said that, because whenever we were talking about Sam Sulek before the episode, before we started, and I brought him up, and we were talking about him for a second, and before he started, in my head I was like, he's that's just my thought of him is how genuine he seems, super, when I think why'd he blow up? One, he's a unit, and then two, he's just super genuine. So that was already my thought. So then when you went into it saying super genuine guy, I was like, that's exactly that's how you know he's actually
that's
super
him,
genuine.
Dude. He's genuine. Honestly, Alex Eubank, he's sold his soul.
I was about to say, I feel like a year or two ago he was that genuine guy that was blowing up.
I don't even know, dude. And maybe it gets to a point where Sam Sulek won't be that way, right? Once you get has the money started really hit his bank account yet, or is he still because he's just blown up probably in the past few months.
Well, sometimes though, because how would you say Alex sold his soul? I don't know. I feel like sometimes when you get that big, you have opportunities that you'd be just dumb not to take, and then kind of taking those opportunities kind of makes. I think just when you make that much money, you become not genuine anymore.
That's facts. That's facts. Where that is a quote in itself, in that when you become famous, you don't change, but everyone changes around you.
No, yeah, exactly.
And so Sam Sulek is not famous, but he's becoming famous. Yeah. And he is not changing, but I think people are going to start changing around him to a point to where they perceive him differently. And now he is not an ordinary person. He's not genuine. He's instead a creator or influencer.
Everyone that blows up has the same cycle at some point. They blow up and everyone loves them, and then either they do something or something happens and they get one comment where somebody's like, hey, I didn't really like that, or something like that. And then after that, just all hate comments for a long time, and then they die off, and their few supporters who still like them are still there being nice. Him, I guarantee within the next 3 to 6 months, he'll start having some videos with hate comments. Yeah. Because right now you don't see any hate comments on his videos. Yeah. It's all just love this guy. Yeah. People reposting his clips. I guarantee you within 3 to 6 months he'll start getting some hate about something, just because he's getting big. People don't like seeing you blow up like that.
Yeah, people like the underdog story, and once the underdog becomes the top guy, then people want to take him down and put another underdog up. Mm-hmm. And you're right, it's a continuous cycle. And then that's Logan Paul. Right, that's how he was. He's an underdog Vine kid who blew up on YouTube, and then he blew up, and then they want to take him down, so they took him down. But then he was the underdog again, and he fought KSI, and then he came back up, and now they're taking him back down again. And it's just a continuous cycle. It's you got to get destroyed to get back up.
Which I'm not gonna lie, I think. Real quick on that, I think this one, I don't know if he's going to recover from it. I feel like this is his true downfall.
Dude, but when you're in the middle of it, no one thought he was going to recover from the forest, dude.
Well, no, but the only reason I had because he was regretting it. Right now, he's going so deep and doesn't have a clue how psychotic he sounds.
So here's another thing. Does he? Or does he know who he is? Does he know the person that he is, and he doesn't care at all what other people think of him or say about him? All he's doing is playing the game to get clicks and views and make money.
I would say that, except for because I can already tell how you're somewhat defending him. I don't think you've watched the podcast with him and his.
Oh, I haven't.
Him and his brother, both. It was him on Logan's, or Jake on Logan's podcast, and they talked, and that's when they got in the whole argument about Logan saying he was better than him at boxing, and how all these people fighting Jake were just taken because it was an easier fight than Logan, and they got into a big argument on that, and then Jake went to his podcast and talked about it with his friends, and they were all just dogging him, basically going off and it was pretty bad. Logan was.
So, yeah. And the issue with that is maybe if it is an act, then when does the act turn into reality? Because reality TV is all acting. All of it is acting, but it's an exaggeration of the real person, and once the exaggeration of the real person turns into the actual real person, then you got a problem.
Well, no, exactly. That's what, because Jake said, like, they came out with that podcast, Jake's podcast, where they're just, like, completely dogging him. And I was like halfway through, I was like, damn, I'm surprised he, like, came out with this. Like, this is pretty brutal. And then, but then he's like, he started talking about something, I guess that was pretty bad. And he's like, man, I don't even know if I want to get into this. He's like, but at the same time, he goes, I told Logan not to post that podcast that we recorded. Like, because, like, as soon as I did it, Jake was like, so we're obviously not posting this, right? And he said, like, Logan's PR team was like, oh, no, that was great. Like, this is going to do great, whatever. And Jake's like, we're not posting that. And Logan's like, no, dude, we're going to. So Jake's like, well, all right. Like, if you're going to post that, I'm going to go and tell him the whole truth because he didn't think it was going to get posted.
So then you come back to authenticity. And because if that was planned out, then that's what's wrong, right? That's why Sam Sulek is blown up the way what is he, 1.5 million right now? And it's just like that. And dude, I mean, his videos average 40 to 50 minutes long.
Yeah.
And it's literally him with his tripod and his camera going to the gym, working out, and then picking up some groceries and eating.
That's what he can get away with that right now, though, because people want to get to know him. Like, because people don't know him, so when they see, like, a 40-minute long video, I think they kind of like, oh, I get to see 40 minutes of Sam Sulek, like, not seeing footage because, like, they don't really know who he is yet. Yeah. Like, now, like, he's not. I don't think he'll be able to pull that off in a few months.
I think it is. Actually, I don't know. 1.5 million, dude, on YouTube. That can take you. Like, you can turn that into something.
Oh no, I guarantee he continues on YouTube, but he's not just gonna keep on being able to do his super plain 40-minute long.
Dude, but look at Joe Rogan. Like, what if he's tapped into an industry, tapped into a thing that's almost like lives, like almost like going live? You know how? I mean, like Aiden Ross go live. Didn't he go like 8 hours and stuff?
Oh, they go.
Yeah.
A lot longer than
so
that.
Like, what if that's the same thing? What if he tapped into something new where it's basically like going live, but it's like Joe Rogan when he started his podcast. No one thought. I mean, he talked for 3 hours and just shoot the shit with his friend. Like, is that now? Look at us. We're in a podcast. We're doing it, right?
Yeah, so I don't think it's like.
Is this some new thing that he's tapped into where he's just being authentic, just a dude?
I don't know if it's like untapped or if it's just like some people have personalities that they can get away with doing stuff like that. Like that's what I watched the videos, like all those editors talking like about like different YouTubers, and they're like, so like Mr. Beast compared to Casey Neistat.
Oh, okay.
He's like, Mr. Beast couldn't do a Neistat video, and Neistat couldn't do a Mr. Beast video because like the way he draws out his videos, Neistat's because like how good he is at that. Or Ember Chamberlain is what they brought up. Like, like her videos are legit. Her sitting in her room for 20 minutes straight just talking to a camera. Like, not many people can pull that off, but she can because she has the like personality to keep you entertained without edits for 20 minutes.
Yeah, which is kind of the beauty of creativity, and nothing's right.
Exactly. Right? That's what I like.
Mathematics, 2 + 2 = 4. Right? Legit.
What got a cramp? Oh.
Buddy needs some.
My bad.
Needs some electrolytes over there. Thought he was going down for a second.
My hamstring locked up on me.
All right. I don't even remember what I was saying.
That's my bad.
I think it was something like, I don't know. I think it was refreshing or something. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Something like that. That was good.
We're pushing time anyways.
Yeah, no, that was good. We'll go ahead. We'll just end it on that. Appreciate you guys for watching, joining, viewing. We're here. We're trying to be authentic as possible. All right, give you the goods that you need every Monday and Friday. We're here for you guys. If you did enjoy, hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, catch you on the next one. Take it easy. Peace.